Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to do a video talking about some more health tips about losing weight. Now, I want to talk about my situation, and that's all I know of is my situation. I'm not a professional. I don't know all there is to know about the human body. And even the professionals who do know about nutrition, they do know how our bodies work. I mean, to a T, the people who go to college for 10 years to learn about this kind of stuff, they have a generalization of what happens. But the problem is that every single person's different, and when society as a whole says something about nutrition, like you hear stuff about the fish oils and have fish oil, it's good for you. Well, it may be good for some people. Other people, it may be not good. It may be counterproductive for them. We all are different. And occasionally you'll see an interview with someone who lived to be 110 years old or something crazy, and they're like, "What do you do? What's your secret to living so long?" And they tell you, I drink bourbon and I smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. I don't know. Some people are just meant to live longer than others. But there's some general things you can learn from each other and people's experience if I figure out what works, generally speaking. It's not going to work for everyone, but across the board, it'll work for most people. There's a couple things I want to bring up today in this video about things that I'm doing wrong, okay, and how I'm going to correct that. And just some common things that you may not think of. Now, I lost over 100 pounds since about a year and a half ago. I did a video when I lost 76 pounds about it. I'm not sure if I did an update video. I think I probably did, but honestly, I don't remember all the videos I do. But yes, to date, I lost over 100 pounds, and that's amazing. But I'm still not at my personal goal. Right now, I weigh 230 pounds. I want to get down to 200. Um, right now, like my body, if you ever see me walking down the street, I don't look really fat, but I still have like a gut. I still have fatter thighs, and just really the midsection. My legs are pretty toned and my arms are pretty toned, but the midsection I'm still carrying weight. So another 30 pounds, I think I'd be really happy. And then from there, I can tone up even more, maybe start working out and stuff more seriously. But it's hard because I lost so much weight, even at 30 pounds, it's being really, really stubborn. It's like I hit a wall. And it seems like no matter what I do, even though I'm eating right and I'm exercising an incredible amount every day, I'm not getting past that. I'll lose a couple pounds and I'll gain right back. And I'm not changing my diet. I'm not changing what I'm doing. It's just fluctuating back and forth. But I keep ending up at this 230, and it's very frustrating. It's like I've come so far and I just can't reach the finish line. But what I've learned talking to my friends and stuff, because those are the people who I'm around, they see my habits, they see what I do. I wrote down every single thing I put in my mouth, all the way down to bottles of water, or if I had a cup of coffee, whatever. I drink my coffee black. It's a couple little tips you can use that I've already been using. Like if you happen to drink coffee or tea, don't put honey in your tea. It's added calories. Don't use sugar and cream in your coffee, blah, blah, blah. But I've done all these tips all this time, and I'm eating really healthy. And I'm wondering, like, why is it not working for me? Why can't I lose another 30 pounds? And what I found out from talking to my friends and from writing down what I'm eating is that although I'm eating really, really good, I mean, I'm having straight proteins, like I'll have like a half a steak, off the grill or something and a bunch of vegetables with it. I'm not really doing sauces or condiments or anything like that. My portions are still too big. And it's amazing, at least in America, we eat so much. And it's not just America. I know a lot of people around the world, oh, America, the fat people. There's fat people everywhere. Generally speaking, America eats pretty in abundance, I would say, compared to a lot of different countries, but we're not the only ones. But anyway, our portion sizes are so crazy, it's insane. And particularly before I started dieting when I was younger, I would eat in extent, like here's a normal portion size for Americans, and I would eat like twice that. It was ridiculous. So even when I cut back, I was eating half of what I normally would eat, but it's still way too much. To give you an idea, I read an article not too long ago. I forget what magazine. I think it was in Whole Foods magazine, and it was about portion control and portion size. For example, when you go to McDonald's, if you happen to eat that kind of food or fast food place, or even if you're going out to dinner and you get a hamburger and fries, the one person's portion for fries is about 15 to 20 fries. Now I'm talking about the small, regular, like McDonald's size fries. If you have those steak fries, it might be like 6 or 7. No one does that. No one has, 6 or 7 French fries. You eat the whole stinking pile. So our portions are like way out of whack. Our hamburgers that we serve in America, and I don't know, I can't speak for other countries because I haven't been to other countries. That's the only reason I'm speaking of America, is because that's all I know. But our portion size for burgers in America is roughly like 65% more than what we're supposed to have per portion. And that's for a normal burger. If you go out to some of these restaurants, you'll get like a massive hamburger, or a cheeseburger. Then you get bacon on it and all this other crap. So portions are a big deal, and that's something I'm trying to focus on personally. Now, there's some examples here. I mean, the first thing is tuna fish. Tuna fish is a pretty good source of protein. You want to stay away from meat. Sometimes you don't want to have meat every single day of the week. I try not to anyway. So occasionally for lunch, I'll make some tuna, put it on some lettuce or something like that. The problem is I can make like tuna fish and have a tuna fish sandwich and use like a can and a half of tuna. But one normal can of tuna is actually 2 servings. Most people who eat tuna, I would imagine, eats at least 1 can. Like you pop the can open, make some tuna fish, and even mix with mayonnaise. And if you happen to put onion and celery, however you make your tuna, to make like tuna salad, it would be at least a can on a sandwich. But come to find out, a serving size is really half of a can. So these are the types of things I'm going to try to work on personally. But something else I want to note is calories. When you pick up a food, any food, if you happen to be calorie counting and looking at calories, and you're conscious of what that means, when you're talking about nutrition, sometimes marketing is a little tricky. And for example, if you look at this can and the nutritional facts on it, it says that there's 70 calories, right? So you figure, oh, that's not that bad, 70 calories. Well, there's 2 things that doesn't normally pop up in your head right away for a lot of people. In other words, if you're not used to nutritional facts and stuff like that, and someone tells you, look at the calories, you want to take X amount of calories in, you may pick up this can and say, okay, 70 calories. So I can have this can of tuna, and that'll be 70 calories. Well, no, that's wrong. What you have to look further is the serving size. That's something that I didn't do for a very long time, is I would pick this up and look at the calories. Okay, 70 calories. No. There's actually 2 serving sizes, or 2 servings in this can. The calories is always per serving. Okay, so instead of making this 1 serving, they're saying it's 2 servings. So really this is for 2 people, which, I mean, it's a little can of tuna. But it's 70 calories per serving. So you may pick this up and you say, oh, okay, it's 70 calories, but in reality it's 140 calories. So it's double what you think. So serving size is very important. Of course, how much is in a serving, I don't know what guidelines the Food and Drug Administration goes by, or even if they are involved with that. I don't know, maybe it's the company's job to figure out what that is. Regardless, if you're looking at calories, make sure you look at the serving size as well. So something I'm trying to do is not only eat less, but also be more conscious of how many calories are in each serving, and then only have 1 serving of that. So that's one thing I'm trying to do. Another thing is processed foods in general. I talked about this in a past video. If a food item has more than like 5 ingredients, I'm not interested anymore. But some things are very confusing. A lot of times when things are marketed as being diet, you'll see something with a real big crust top, like no calories or whatever. There's still a lot of substitutes in there. The aspartame and the Splenda and all these fake sugars. A lot of people say they're very bad for you. They cause cancer. Well, they cause cancer in rats. I'm not a rat, so I'm not completely concerned. However, I don't necessarily want to take in fake stuff. The best way you can possibly eat as far as healthy is to imagine that there are no factories. Imagine there is no macaroni and cheese plant. If you can't, a plant isn't like a factory. If you can't go in the wild and find macaroni and cheese, then you probably shouldn't have it because it's probably processed. Now, of course, there are alternatives. If you really like macaroni and cheese, don't get the box of crap that you just boil water and mix it in. That has so much crap in it you don't want. Instead, get macaroni, like fresh pasta, and if you can, maybe get like a wheat pasta or something, and then actually melt your own cheese in there. Good. And unfortunately, buying Whole Foods and stuff is very expensive, and getting good quality cheese, getting a little hunk of like really nice cheese to melt in your macaroni and cheese, it might cost you $5 or $6 for that little hunk, as opposed to $1.99 for the Kraft singles. But at least you know that it's real cheese. It's the least processed you can find. It's little things like that. And like I said, unfortunately, it is. You could be really crafty about it and not spend as much. But generally speaking, to start eating healthy like that is more expensive. So for a lot of people, it's just not an option. But yeah, there are alternatives. If you like one specific type of food, you can find a healthier option for that food. Another thing I talked about is having a cheat day. I think this is really important. You can't go nuts, but let's say if you are in a new lifestyle of eating or you are trying to diet, give yourself one day where you have one kind of treat. So it's something to look forward to. This way you don't cheat on your own diet or your own new eating lifestyle. For me, for a while, it was like a little piece of chocolate, Hershey Kisses or something. What I would do is I would have my normal day's worth of food, and then when I have my coffee in the evening, I would have like 2 or 3 Hershey Kisses. And it's not much, but it's like that little satisfactory thing that I know is going to happen later. So I can curb my appetite during the day and I don't get frustrated and want to just say, ah, screw it, and just eat a bunch of stuff. The other thing is not having stuff in the house. This is hard when you live with other people. When I lived with my family and I tried dieting all through my youth and my teen years, I would be really good about like, okay, I'm not going to eat this, I'm not going to eat that. But the problem is when you live with other people who are not eating the same foods as you, and there's a chocolate cake, in the kitchen, and there's chips on top of the microwave or whatever the situation is, it's there, it's subconscious. So like you're trying really good, and you're eating your steamed broccoli and thinking, oh, this sucks, this tastes like crap. And in your mind, there's chips over there. At some point, you're gonna go, screw it, and you're gonna go grab the chips and eat the whole bag. So not having the food there. A phone call. I'll get that later. Ring, ring, ring. I could just edit this out, I suppose, but I'm lazy. I don't want to edit the video. One more, maybe? One more? One more. Okay. Anyway, sorry to the person who called. I will call you back later. Oh yeah, not having the food there is a key ingredient to this whole thing that's gonna make it work. Okay, if there's crap food in the cabinet, you have a chance to give it up and just kind of cave in and go eat the crap food. But if you don't have it there, it's going to be a lot easier to curb your appetite because it's going to be harder to get. Of course, some people may say screw it and then actually get into a car and drive to the store and get whatever they want. That's about self-control. If you're going to accomplish anything in life, you really have to have self-control, and you have to have obedience, and you have to make sure that you want it bad enough where you're not going to give up. But yes, big tip to me, don't have the chips and the cakes and the desserts and stuff readily available because it's going to be easier to cheat and you're going to end up doing it more. But allot yourself some kind of treat. If you really, really like pizza, make Friday pizza day. Don't go crazy. Don't eat a whole pizza or 2 pizzas, but get yourself whatever you want so that you have something to look forward to, so you won't want to cheat. You'll know that you're able to cheat later. Another thing that should be obvious by now, I like spicy food. I really like spicing up food because, first of all, when I happen to eat, I don't know if everyone's like this, but when I eat something really spicy, I tend to eat slower because it's really spicy. I don't shove it in my mouth because it's hot. In addition to that, I take something that's normally bland, like vegetables. Like I like Brussels sprouts quite a bit, and I love Brussels sprouts and the melted butter sauce or some kind of cheese sauce. Of course, that sounds delicious, right? But it's not that good for you. It's kind of counterproductive. You're like, oh, I'm eating Brussels sprouts. This is great. This is healthy. And not when it's swimming in a pool filled with melted cheese, or butter, whatever the case may be. So what I'll do is I'll steam Brussels sprouts fresh, and I'll use something spicy to make them flavorful. Frank's Red Hot is awesome. I talked about this. It's one of my favorite, just common, cheapo, easy to find hot sauces. Frank's Red Hot, at least the regular one here, has 0 calories. The ingredients are aged cayenne red peppers, no calories. Distilled vinegar, no calories. Water, no calories. Salt and garlic powder, okay? So this is 0 calories. You can use as much as you want on your food without adding energy, which you're not going to use most likely. So this is great for a lot of stuff. The other thing that I really like lately, I've been using a lot of, in fact, someone sent this to me as a gift, and I actually went out and got more because I really like it. This is from the Spice Lab, and they sell all kinds of crazy salts and different types of herbs and stuff like that. But this is the Naga sea salt. So it's ghost pepper infused sea salt. It packs a lot of punch, so you don't need a lot of it, which is good because you don't want to take in a bunch of salt. Raising your sodium is going to raise your blood pressure. And if you happen to be big and fat trying to lose weight, you don't want to raise your blood pressure. It's only going to make it worse. More than likely, you already have high blood pressure. So just a pinch will do you because it's super, super hot. Really good stuff, though. I love putting this on fresh vegetables. A little bit of this, a little pinch of this, and some fresh cracked pepper. It tastes delicious. It's really good, and you're basically just getting the vegetables. Now, when you steam vegetables, or if you cook them over the stove, whatever, save the water because there's a lot of nutrients in that water. What I'll actually do is I'll just down it real quick. I mean, I don't sip on it like tea because, like broccoli water or Brussels sprout water doesn't sound very good, and it's not like, ooh, this is really delicious. No. but I just drink it real quick because a lot of the nutrients come out when you boil vegetables or steam them. So make sure you drink that water. It's good for you. Plus, it's good to stay hydrated. So yes, spicing up your food with 0 calories is a great way to help lose some weight, and of course make things that are normally bland to you more flavorful. The last thing I want to talk about is oatmeal is fantastic for you. Oatmeal for breakfast is actually a really, really great way to start losing weight. If you normally are used to having a regular breakfast, like, maybe an omelet or pancakes or waffles or something, all your breakfast meats, it's all delicious. I love breakfast. I absolutely love it. I can have breakfast for breakfast, lunch, and I can have breakfast for dinner. Big old juicy pancakes, sausages, the kind you get at the diner. This is one thing I talked about other things I miss from Jersey, but the one thing I really miss from Jersey are all the diners. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard that New Jersey, the state, has more diners collectively in that state than any country in the entire world. They're the diner capital of the world, New Jersey. And I used to love those big, fat sausages you get for breakfast. I'm talking about the kind you stick that fork in and it shoots hot juice in your face and scolds you, but you still smile because you know it's going to taste delicious. That is good. That's also extremely fattening. But like I said, bacon and sausage, all that crap, all the syrup you put all over your pancakes, it's all calories. And if you're a lumberjack, by all means, load up in the morning because you'll burn it all off and some. But most of us aren't lumberjacks. And we'll take in 5,000 calories in a breakfast and burn about 6 calories sitting at the computer watching YouTube videos. So oatmeal is a great option. Oatmeal actually promotes your metabolism. It's very good. Oatmeal also sinks like a brick, so it makes you feel full faster. You don't need a whole lot. Serving size is a big deal. When you make oatmeal, don't make a bowl, like a salad bowl filled with it. You just want to use a real serving size. Now, one thing I noticed recently is I like this oatmeal. It's McCann's. It's Irish oatmeal. And I was getting these packs for a really long time, and they're just individual packs. I get them because it's convenient, and this is one serving size, so I don't overdo it. If I take it out of a big bucket or something like my emergency food stash, I have probably 6 or 7 big buckets of just rolled oats. I did try eating those one time, but I ended up taking way too much, and I had more of a serving size than I'm supposed to, so it's counterproductive. These packs are great because of the serving size. The problem that I realized recently is the difference between this oatmeal. This is McCann's regular instant oatmeal in the packs, right? Here's McCann's Quick Oats, served in 5 minutes. Same oatmeal, right? Completely different, okay? A serving size here is a 1/4 cup in this canister, right? As opposed to the packet, which is also a 1/4 cup. If you look at the calories, this is 100 calories. This is 150 calories. So already it's different. The problem, even though this is more calories, the ingredients for this one is 100% whole grain Irish oats, and that's it. It's literally just oats. But what I learned from the nutritionist is even though this is 50 more calories per serving, it's much better for you, okay? They're good calories as opposed to the bad calories in this. Now, if I look at this in the store shelf, which I have, I figure why not get this? It's easier, it's convenient. It's actually a little bit cheaper than this. The problem is that there's so many additives in this just because they're individually packed. Ingredients in this, oats. Okay, that sounds pretty good, right? Can't get any better than that. Ingredients in these instant packs are oats, as well as bran, calcium carbonate, salt, guar gum, caramel color, ferric phosphate, nasomatine, pyridoxine hydrochloride, riboflavin, vitamin A palatate, thiamine, macho, whatever, I don't even know. That's all in this just because they're the convenient little instant packs. That's all crap you don't need, okay? And then to go into another type, it's the same brand, but this is just regular steel cut oats, okay? This is incredibly hard to cook, at least for me. It takes a while in the morning. Now in the morning, you're kind of half asleep. You don't want to spend 25, 30 minutes making oatmeal. So doing this in the microwave, 1 minute, you're done. It's very convenient, but you are taking in a lot of crap you don't need. So I found that this is a good happy medium. All right, looking at the regular oats, this is also 150 calories for the same 1/4 cup serving size. So this takes the longest. This is basically the same thing, but it's prepped slightly differently so that you can cook it in 5 minutes. All right, as opposed to the most convenient, but the most additives. So it gets kind of confusing, but it really, it's about knowledge and trying to learn as much as you can about how our body works, how your metabolism works. It's amazing because some people are lucky enough to have, a better metabolism. You burn off calories faster. That's something that comes with genetics. People like me, it's hard because I have friends who are skinny and they'll eat the crappiest food and they just don't get fat no matter what. And on the flip side of that, there's people I know who are really, really skinny and they want to gain weight. They want to gain weight because they want to be on their football team and they don't weigh enough, or they want to be in a different, league of their wrestling, or they're just too skinny and they want to build some muscle and they can't. They eat crap food all the time and they can't gain weight. We're all built differently. But for me, if I have one slice of pizza, I gain 2 pounds. It's like ridiculous. So my personal goals for the next couple months, or at least the next month, to see if it's going to work, is to change my portion size. I know I'm eating right. I know I'm exercising, but I should exercise more. I have to push myself. Before, if I walk 3 miles in the morning, I got to walk 6 miles, or I have to run, or I have to walk at a faster pace. It's all about continuing because your body gets used to it. Your body gets used to the exercise and gets used to the good food. And at some point, you stop losing weight, and it gets very discouraging. You're like, I don't get it. I'm eating great. I'm working out. Why can't I lose the weight? It's just a wall that goes up. And at some point, you got to try harder and harder and harder to get more results. So anyway, I'm going to push through. Hopefully some of these tips help you guys out. Just some things I wanted to talk about briefly. And that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I thank you very much for all the encouraging messages about the weight loss and stuff like that. And please, I still get tons of messages on people trying to lose weight and they want tips and stuff like that. I'm not a professional. All I can offer you is information that helped me. But even though it helped me, it might not work for you. You might need something else. So if you really, really get discouraged, try to seek professional help, or look up for yourself. You don't have to pay a nutritionist. You don't have to go to a gym and talk to a trainer to realize what's going on. We have the convenience of the internet and all the information at our fingertips. So just do some research from reliable sources, and find out what you need to do, and figure out what's going to work for you. Like I said, everyone's different, so there's no perfect blueprint on how to lose weight. But generally speaking, it's pretty simple. Burn more calories than you're taking in your body, and you will lose weight. Don't starve yourself. Starving yourself and not eating at all is very counterproductive. I talked about that before. It's something I tried, and I actually gained weight because your body goes into this emergency mode. And when you do that, you might lose weight after a while from not taking in any food, but you lose your muscle mass. Okay, instead of burning the fat in your body, it skips the fat. Your body's confused and goes, oh my God, we're going to die. It completely skips the fat and starts eating away your muscles. So you will get weaker. You'll have fat pockets and a roly-poly belly, and all that, but you'll get weaker. Your muscles will start deteriorating. So don't do that. That's a very unhealthy way to lose weight. You will lose weight by not eating. You can do that. That's certainly a possibility, but it's very unhealthy and it's counterproductive for your body. And you're going to, really be sorry. At the end of when you finally get to whatever weight you want to be, you're going to be a weakling. You're not going to be able to lift your head off the pillow in the morning. So it's not a good way to do it. It's about self-control. It's about really, really wanting it. It's like anything in life. If you really, really want something and you work hard enough for it, you can accomplish it. You can accomplish anything. It's just a matter of how much you really want it. So I really want to lose 30 more pounds. So we'll see if I have the willpower to do it and the stamina to just keep up with it. Anyone can. That first day, you diet, you feel great, exercise, you feel awesome. Everyone can do it for a day. Many people can do it for a week. The idea behind it is doing it for months or years and sticking with it. So anyway, good luck to everyone who's still trying to lose weight and better themselves. You can send messages if I can help you. I'll try, but there's no guarantees. Like I said, I don't have the golden answer on how to lose weight. And everyone's still awaiting that magic pill. Take one pill, you lose weight. I don't think so. I have a conspiracy theory about medicine and stuff like that. Even like diseases. I think certain diseases we can cure, but there's no money in the cure. I know it sounds horrible, but I think that we've cured cancer. I think that we can cure AIDS. But you know what? Generally speaking, you don't get money from cures. You get money from treatments. You get money from suppressing problems, not fixing them. And it's a sad state of affairs, but that is my legitimate thought on things. I think that we're technologically advanced to fix a lot of people, but we just can't benefit from that. It's like light bulbs, light bulbs burn out, right? We know how to make light bulbs that last 100 years. Just use a thicker filament, but there's no money in that. It's like we can make rubber tires that last 20 years, or can last, you know, 600,000 miles before they need to get changed. But the tire business wouldn't make any money from that. So we have to make things disposable so you keep buying them so they still have jobs. So anyway, now I'm just getting to other things that have nothing to do with weight loss. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your time as always. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.